Okay. Oklahoma heads to Texas. Texas -3 is the line. Game total 42.5. This is, in fact, the Red River rivalry. Uh, we've got Texas coming back home off a tough loss, facing a 5-0 Oklahoma team. Okay. Let's take a look at what Oklahoma's been up to recently. Because we know what Texas has been up to. Oklahoma. Okay, so Oklahoma last week they played Kent State, so they essentially had a bye week. Before that, they had an actual bye week, and they beat, and that came off of a 24-17 win against Auburn. Beat Temple 42-3. Beat Michigan in Oklahoma 24-13. Okay. So typically, when I see a team on the road, undefeated early in the season with a number next to their name, going on the road to a rivalry game, that one gets my antenna up. Uh, However, given how soft the schedule has been, the bye week and then the Kent State game, Oklahoma really hasn't had to try for, it'll be 3 weeks coming into this game, whereas Texas just came off a really tough matchup in the swamp against Florida. Um, I don't, I don't like this Texas offense. Arch may develop into a good quarterback, but he's not there at the moment. I think, the physical tools are there, but he doesn't have the, some of the skills that you look for, in a truly, he just doesn't have some of the, like the knowledge level, like reading defense. He's able to flex on Sam Houston, but when it comes to like an actual SEC defense, I think he struggles. And this Oklahoma defense is nasty. So I'm going to lay the 3 with Oklahoma. I think, and honestly, it's one of my favorite plays on the board. I don't mind that they're. I don't. I know typically, I believe the Red River rivalry tends to be a home team series, but given the difference in quality between these two teams, where you've got Oklahoma coming in with legitimately elite defense and a really capable offense, and Texas coming in with a solid defense, a solid SEC defense, I'll say, and a really mediocre offense. I don't see how Texas scores. I think you're probably going to see a replay of the Ohio State matchup where Texas just could not move the ball against that Ohio State defense. They just really struggled for the entire day. You're going to see a lot of questionable throws by Arch Manning. He struggles with accuracy at the best of times, and he's going to have the Sooners defense on his neck for the majority of this one. So I will lay the number with Oklahoma, and I'm sorry, I'll take Oklahoma plus the points. I apologize. Um, in fact, I'll sprinkle that. Let's just take that on the money line plus the 120. And I honestly, I would probably go under 42.5. I don't think you're going to see that many points in this one. So next.